From Daikin Park in Houston, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Houston Astros. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Houston Astros.
Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Chris Bubich. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Fought off foul. On the ground right side. Whips it to first. And an easy out to start the game. So digging in now for San Diego, Craig Biggio. Packed house here at Daikin Park. That one ripped left field. Martinez raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the top of the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it.
Monty Irvin steps to the dish now. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at second. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground. Paredes throws to first in time. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound today, Paul Skeens.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Back here at Daikin Park, and stepping in for the Astros, Jason Chourio. Skeens, the tall righty, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. A dive, he's got it. Roll off line, he's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Bobby Abreu up next for the Astros. Right through there for a strike. Chourio on at first. Nobody out. Lifted in the air right center field. Stearns moving towards it. He's there. He's got it. One down. Here comes Wilson Contreras. There's the strike. Man at first, one away. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. Cut off, throw to third. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Second and third, one away here in game 2 of the NLCS. Now a screamer into the outfield. And no one can get there. Here comes the throw. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
J.D. Martinez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. On to Leonard for the inning-ending double play. Second game of the NLCS. Stepping in for San Diego, Babe Ruth. Bubic back to work. Foul ball there. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. And it drops in. And a good start to the inning.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
Buck Leonard digging in now. And a foul ball.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Turkey Stearns stepping to the plate now. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Mackey at the plate now. Swinging a foul out of play. Ruth off of first with 2 away. Ripped to short, to second, and he's out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. And we're back. Lau at the plate. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
That's towards center. Stearns underneath it. 1 away. So now the DH spot, Brendan Donovan. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Schemes, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Slings to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base path.
Sends it across to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back here in Houston, Judy Johnson digging in now. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
0-1.
Short hop liner, handled it short. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. So up next, Honus Wagner. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pick.
Popped up. Lau pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So the lineup flips over. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball. Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Back foot slider struck him out. Back here in Houston, and now Freddie Fermin. That one in triple digits. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. So the Houston lineup turns over. Jason Chourio up next for the Astros. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
0-1.
On the ground, right side, Biggio. gets it to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. Bobby Abreu will hit next. He's 0 for 1. In there at the knees. 0-1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Contreras avoids the first pitch for ball 1. Swing and a chopper out to short. They get the force. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th. So digging in now for San Diego, Craig Biggio. Fouled off down the right side. Contreras under it, and he's got it. And a quick out, number 1. Next for the Padres, Monty Irvin. And that is out of play. The Stros up by a run here in game 2 of the NLCS. One down, base is empty. In the air, center field. Chourio settles under it. He makes the grab. Out number 2. Babe Ruth, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Out to center. Makes the catch. And that is that. Back here at Dyken Park, bottom of the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Popped up. Leonard underneath it. And there's one down. Now J.D. Martinez at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Brings it in. And a couple of quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. And now it's Brandon Lowe. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And there's a foul ball. Lowe measures 5 feet 10 inches, 190 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. That one fouled off. And he hits a ground ball right side. Biggio sends it to first. And that will end the inning. Second game of the NLCS. Stepping in for San Diego, Buck Leonard. Bubic back to work. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. And a swing and a miss.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
On the ground to the left. Paredes fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Turkey Stearns getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. 1 out, bases empty. Fouled off. He was late. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's the catcher, Biz Mackey. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. And Mackey is set down at first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Brendan Donovan. Out towards left center. Wagner sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Isaac Paredes now at the plate.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And that one fouled off. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
And down on strikes. Now 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup, Jason Chourio up next for the Astros. 1 for 2. And that's fouled off. One on the gun, swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
That one to first. They take the force out. That ends the inning. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Down the third baseman, Judy Johnson. To third, Paredes. Tosses across to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Here's some real power at the plate. Honus Wagner flied out his first time. And that's just foul. The Padres trailing by a run here in game 2 of the NLCS. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. And the Padres take the lead. It's 2-1. 1 down. Craig Biggio, the next up for the Padres. Reaching down and makes the grab. Monty Irvin, the next up for the Padres.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Ripped to third. Fires across the diamond, and that is the inning. Back here in Houston, bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in is the speedy Bobby Abreu. And he takes one right on the black. Strike one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a ground ball. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play. Here's Contreras now.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Groove going after it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's two down. Colson Montgomery digs in now. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But
on to Buck, and that is the inning. Back here in Houston, we go to the top of the seventh. Now it's the right fielder, Babe Ruth. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Loud on the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out. And here's the first baseman, Buck Leonard. 0 for 2 in this one. Contreras gets it to first. And they get Leonard for the out. So digging in, Turkey Stearns, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Wastes no time there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And a foul ball. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Hard hit left side. And that is that. Set for the last half of the seventh. Here is J.D. Martinez. Right through there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
2 strikes.
Stays alive. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard liner. And Monty makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
And fouled off. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Brendan Donovan up next for the Astros. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here at Dyken Park, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Judy Johnson. Bubich back to work. That one fouled hard the other way. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Churio makes the grab, 1 away. And now the shortstop, Pontus Wagner. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And first offering is fouled off.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And they tag him out. And now Bobby Witt Jr. He's already homered in this game. And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. New pitcher now, Adner Uribe.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Drops one down in front of the plate, and a foul ball. There's a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. And next to hit for Houston, Jason Churio. 1 for 3. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter spots. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Pulls it in on the run. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fought off foul.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps. Give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
There's the strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fights it off. He'll see another.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to 1. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. New inning getting started. Digging in, Craig Gio. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.